All right, what's going on, everybody? I am here today to demo the new Mixwave Aaron Sterling kit. I am, honestly beyond stoked about this kit in particular. All of Mixwave's stuff are, all of Mixwave's products are like day-to-day uses for me. I use them a lot as a session musician, and sort of my main use case for them is I either use them outright and just give the client the sounds that I'm able to get from just the plugin itself, but most of the time I'm using them in a demo sense. So if you're familiar with any like my prog metal projects, I use like the Mangini kit to demo a lot of the stuff that we do with Twin Image and some of my previous projects and any sessions I get hired for there. But I'll use that stuff as a demo just to kind of show the client or, my bandmates or other artists or whatever, just the sounds that I'm thinking. And then I'll actually go track it on my real kit, whether it's up in my other studio space or I go to the studio spots here in town in Austin. So because of that, most of the stuff that I actually do day to day is in the country and, like pop world, being that I, live here in Austin, Texas, and I work predominantly in the Texas country scene. One of the biggest sounds that I've wanted is sort of this, I don't know how else to describe it other than like a dusty drum sound. Like it's not super, super polished where it doesn't sound like a really bright and open pop kit, but it's not so dead that you don't get any tone out of it. It's somewhere kind of right in the middle. And like the cymbals, are thin, but they're really musical and pliable and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't really found like a really, really good kit to be able to do that, until now. It's funny that Mixwave actually built this Aaron Sterling kit because I've sort of tried to make my own version of it using like other samples and just other kits and that kind of a thing. But the fact that they have just created an actual kit with Aaron is incredible, and I'm just so stoked on it, and it's going to be a mainstay for me that I use probably every day, if not every day, multiple times a week. You get what I mean. Aaron is an incredible drummer. He's one of those guys that I think everybody should probably be familiar with. He has an exhaustive list of people that he's recorded with in the country world, the pop world, the CCM world, whatever it is that you're kind of looking for. He's been the guy for like a long time. He also has like one of the best like Instagram pages and social medias in general. So definitely go do your homework on Aaron. He is one of those guys that like if I get a call for a session that's somewhere in this world, I think I need to play like Aaron and I need to pull some of the sounds that he does. And I actually have a Spotify playlist of his discography that's available on there that I just listen to on repeat to kind of get that sound and feel in my head and in my hands. So anyway, I'm really, really stoked to demo this for you guys, and enough talking about it. I guess let's just try to get into it. So let's go ahead and get it mapped, and then I'll go ahead and start kind of ripping through some demos that I found online here. I pulled about 6 or 7 tunes that I think this kit is going to really shine for, and what I would use it for in my day-to-day life as a drummer. But I think this tool is going to be incredible for just songwriters and country acts and just musicians and artists in general that are looking for this sound, because I really do think this is going to be a huge game changer for a lot of people. So I'm stoked on it. All right, so I have everything pulled up here on my instance of Logic for this session here, and pretty much I haven't really touched anything on my kit yet. Most of the setup that I have here is just the default settings for Mixwave stuff, just because I use Mixwave so much. So, I'm assuming most stuff's probably already going to line up. I might have to do just a little bit of mapping. But, yeah, basically, here's the sounds. So. Yeah, I mean, most of it's already lined up. Oh, okay, so that's the one. I gotta do the ride crash here. Hang on one sec. Okay, I'll go to the settings here. Okay, so there's not a crash in this kit, but what I'll probably do is I'll just set that to second. Yeah. So a little, you know. Yeah. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to go through and mess around with a little bit of the different tones we can get. So right now I just have the Trixon, I think. Sorry if I'm screwing that up, but Trixon. There's that snare. You have the WFL. Oh. Love that one. Let's see here. Oh, a little slap there, and then an old Ludwig. Oh, that's cool. It's like a marching snare. Sweet. So that's our snare tones. I'm going to stick with this WFL for now. I really dug that one. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're using Slingerland toms, it looks like. And we can go between open and muffled. So. Cool. I'll muffle this guy too. A little floor tom. Cool. And cymbals. Looks like we're using, I'll move this mic over a little bit here with me. If it doesn't fall on me, that'd be great. Cool. Okay, so looks like we got some stumbles, which are dark guys. Yeah, I love that ride. Yeah. Cool. And then okay, so we got a 17 on the an 18 on the left, sorry. And a 17 on the right. So nice. What are we using for hats? Also stumbles, 15 inches. Cool. Nice. All right. The only thing I think we got to check here is kicks. This is the Slingerland's kick. We got a Ludwig. That's the Slingerland's ones is a 20 by 14. This one looks like a 22 by 14, so he's probably gonna be a little punchier. Maybe not punchier when it's wide open. Ooh. Cool. And then let's go to a marching kick. Ooh. If I could actually, hit the things I'm trying to hit, that would probably help. So yeah, that's all the sounds, but there's not as much as like some of the other Mixwave ones, but I think the stuff that's in here is just exactly what you need down the middle. So if you're not super dorky about having a billion different options in the Mixwave kit, I think for most like singer-songwriters and just artists in general, producers, I think just having sort of limited options, but they're just so solid, makes it easier. You know what I mean? So I don't have to go through and try 50 billion kicks. I can just kind of try 3. I can try these 3 snares. I can mute stuff or not mute stuff, and it's going to be just like directly what I need it to be. So yeah. So let's go on to some samples or recording examples. You know what I mean? Okay, so this first example I have pulled up here is a sort of like a soulful country track. That's what it's called. I think the sounds that I have pulled up here already are probably going to be what I'm going to stick with. And then I'm going to move this mic stand out of the way so I can actually hit what I'm trying to hit. But yeah, this is the tune. Should probably also say that that was the first time I've played that, so sorry if there's a little weirdness in there. But yeah, I think that just kind of that's right up the middle of what I would want to use this kit for. It just sounds so good in that setting, and all day, man. I could just sit there and just play with these tones like all day. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, this next one is just a straight up blues tune. Because I live in Austin, Texas, they will throw you in jail if you can't play a blues well. So this kind of tone is something I would use super. This is what I would strive for on kind of like more of like a dusty Texas blues type of thing, like really far back. Yeah, so we'll just get into it. Again, I could sit there all day and do that. Yeah, this kit sounds great for that kind of a thing. Just, oh man, I love that. All right, next one. All right, this next one's more of like a mellow rock thing. Again, something I would use this kit for. I don't know why the more that song played, I just was thinking like the Full House theme for some reason. It's got that kind of vibe. I'm actually really digging. I haven't even undone this yet, but I've had these toms muted the whole time, and I just really dig how they sound. So I'm gonna try unmuting them for the next one here. Yeah. Yeah, just loving this kit, man. I got much else to say about that one other than it just, all of these are just perfect fits for this type of sound and exactly what I would like if I got hired to play on these types of tunes, like exactly what I would send to the client using these tones, you know what I mean? So really, really, really stoked on these. All right, I should say that this track is from Jim Riley, who is the drummer for Rascal Flatts up in Nashville. He plays on a bunch of different stuff, but this is from his book, too, A Survival Guide for the Modern Drummer.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I could do that all day. That shreds, man. I mean, kit sounds incredible for that. Yeah, on to the next one. yeah. So there you go, guys. You know, that's, I mean, I hope this shows just how much you can do with this kit. It's a pretty stripped down kit, but the sounds are so good. You can just do so much with it. This is going to be a mainstay for me. It's just going to stay pretty much loaded in, Logic for me and my DAW. Huge thanks to the team at Mixwave for sending this over to me. Just huge thanks to them in general for, having me test this out. Lots of cool stuff coming from them. So just, keep your eyes open and, give this kit a try, man. I can't really recommend it enough. So, all right. See you guys out there. Bye.